Hey, welcome back to another edition of the Score Computer, brought to you by LoneStarGridiron.com. I'm your host, the Smash, Justin Simmons, and as you can tell by my attire, it is Back to the Future Day. So that means Marty McFly and Doc Brown are here on October 21st, 2015. And if you're a big fan like me, you're still waiting for your hoverboard, you're still waiting for your flying DeLorean. I do have my knockoff Air Mags, but they don't have the self-tying laces, but that really did happen. And I do have the Score Computer. Now, the computer did have some predictions for us last week, so let's take a look at how well it predicted the future. As you can see on your screen, the Score Computer went 4-2 for the second consecutive week, making it 8-4 on the season since we joined up with LoneStarGridiron.com. Now, the teams that beat the odds, well, it was Big Ned and Mid-County Madness, extending their winning streak over the rivals in PNG, and then Tyler taking care of Ennis. The Ennis Lions just having a rough go of it this season. So we saw what happened last week. Let's take a look at what's going to happen this week. You guys called in. You guys had some fantastic games to choose from. And I'm telling you, there are some huge matchups between some really great teams coming up this week here in week 9. So without further ado, let's get started. Well, we find ourselves starting off in two-way, where the number 1 team, according to LoneStarGridiron.com, the Canadian Wildcats, will be taking on the LSG's number 6 team, the Stratford Elks. Now, both these teams are 7-0 overall and 2-0 in district play. And folks, I honestly have to say, I don't get to see too much of Stratford, but every time I catch the highlight reel when I get home, Craig Way is talking about the Canadian Wildcats. They have looked phenomenal from what I've seen. The Score Computer also thinks they'll be phenomenal. Score Computer picking the Wildcats over the Elks 42-16. Moving on, the LSG's number 9 team. I hope I'm pronouncing this right, folks. The Malakoff Tigers. Going to visit Teague to take on the Lions, who are LSG's number 5 team. Now, the Lions actually do have a loss on the season. Malakoff, and again, I hope that I'm saying that right, the Tigers, undefeated so far. But the computer really respects that LSG ranking, and it really respects the Lions. It has them winning this one at home 49-34. We go on to the DFW, where Cedar Hill will be traveling to take on the DeSoto Eagles. This is a classic matchup. Cedar Hill, as you can see, ranked number 3 according to LSG. DeSoto, despite their losing ways, 3-4 overall, 2-1 in district, they are still very respected by Lone Star Gridiron. They have them ranked at number 23 in their polls. The computer thinks this game is going to be close as well, 42-34. This one going in favor of the away team. As you can see, we already have some terrific games already. And those are just the small schools. The heavy hitters are the ones that are coming up right here. Now first we're going to start off going near that San Antonio area, where Converse Judson is going to be traveling to take on Cibolo Steel. Now the Knights and the Rockets are both undefeated. And if this game is anything like it was last year, we're in for another dandy. Last year, Cibolo Steel able to come back with about 19 seconds left, and I believe they pulled it off 25-23. Now you can bet Judson's looking for revenge because they had the bye week this week, or this last week I should say. But Cibolo Steel, once again, they are 5-0 against the Rockets. They have never lost against them. So let's take a look at what the computer thinks of this classic matchup that's going to be sold out. They're talking complete sellout. In fact, they're bringing in extra bleachers to seat the extra people that want to see this game. I wish I can be at this one live. As you can see, Steel, they're ranked number 5 according to LSG. The Rockets, they're ranked number 9. This one really can be a back and forth battle, but the computer really respects Steel. They have them, the Knights, winning 27-14. Well, I have to save the game that I knew best for last, and it just happens to be taking place right here in Austin, Texas, baby. I'm talking about Austin Westlake going against Lake Travis. The Cavaliers taking on the Chaparrals. This one's going to be taking place in Westlake. Now, both these teams vying for supremacy in 14-6A. Both these teams have some stellar defenses. I'm talking about giving up minuscule points per game. They're scary good. However, talking about scary, the offenses are explosions waiting to go off. both of them could put up the points. Now, you might argue that Lake Travis has a running back in Abe Willows who's going to Harvard. That might swing the talent in their favor. However, this game really is about the quarterbacks. On one side for the Chaparrals, you have Sam Ellinger, the Texas commit. He's the leading passer plus the leading rusher for the Chaparrals. For Lake Travis, all these guys do is produce quarterbacks. And Charlie Brewer is no exception, the brother of Michael Brewer. Hey, just another quarterback that Lake Travis has that's ready to go. He completes over 73% of his passes. The kid's got touch. So let's see what the computer thinks and who's going to win this awesome showdown. Okay, LSG ranks the Cavaliers and the Chaparrals 6 and 7 respectively. And the computer, it can go either way, folks. But it had to pick a winner. Look, Lake Travis has beaten the Chaparrals 7 straight times. The computer thinks this will be the 8th straight time. 31-30 in favor of Lake Travis. Well, those are the 5 games that we have picked out for you. And of course, we have some parting words before we go. Hey, if you're looking for a game to listen to live on Friday night, you can listen to me and my buddy Garrett Green on 105.3 Classic FM here in the Austin, Texas area. Now, we don't actually have our game picked out just yet. We're kind of leaning towards going to Round Rock versus Hendrickson. We might go see Judson take on Cibolo Steel, or we might end up at Lake Travis Westlake. However, I do have a score for you, and I brought it from back on home in the Rio Grande Valley. The Brownsville Porter Cowboys are taking on my boys in the Donner Redskins. Always about my Donner pride. And the Redskins, who currently have the district lead at 4-0, look to make it 5-0 because the computer likes their chances 45-20. Hey folks, you want to see a certain game covered by us? Go ahead and leave a comment here or on Facebook, or better yet, call the voice line 713-568-6331. Well, that's it. I want to thank you again for tuning in with us here on the Score Computer, brought to you by LoneStarGridiron.com. Lone Star Gridiron is the authority on Texas high school football. I was your host, The Smash, Justin Simmons. You can follow me at The Smash Simmons on Twitter and on Instagram. Hey, when you're chasing those Friday night lights this week, be safe, have fun, and we'll see you again real soon. And as always, Texas forever.